I think I'm on. Okay. I'm Jaynee from Messages from Heaven by Jaynee and .net. Um, I wanted to talk to you today about recognizing yourself and accepting yourself. I'm going to turn the light on, see if that helps anything. Maybe a little bit. This belt is, I have to wear it because I had spinal surgery and supposed to wear it all day unless you're sleeping or taking a shower. So okay, um, I wanted I wanted to work because it was big surgery. Um, okay, you are the ultimate authority on you. Nobody can tell you who you are, what you are, or how you are. If someone does, that doesn't mean they know anything, and usually they don't. Um, I spoke with someone yesterday, a young woman who is having trouble. She returned to school, to college, and she's a little bit older. And the kids are, the most of the school, they're kids who are 18, 19, 20. And they're, well, it's a Christian school, which means that they are mostly kids who were taught in the house. They weren't exposed to other people. They're almost all white, and she's not used to getting a lot of prejudice from people, but they are prejudiced, and especially people who aren't used to seeing people of other races and don't understand. And also because they're younger and they're closer to high school and junior high school, they aren't grown up. They're silly and obnoxious, and that's just the way people are at that age. They're not all. It's not it's not a general rule, but they are being obnoxious and hard to be around, and definitely hard to work with. And uh, so when that kind of thing happens to one of us, it doesn't bother us unless what those people are saying does reach us. It only reaches us because we agree with them on some level. We do. Um, that's why when somebody, um, someone was calling me weird, and it left me thinking, yes, so what? What? And that is a normal reaction when you like yourself. You look at it and it doesn't make sense. The kids, there were kids from a house very close by who stood in the street one day and were calling me. What were they calling me? Some name, like goofy name, and I just, it doesn't bother you when you don't agree. Like I forget what they were calling me, but it was silly and it didn't have an effect. However, when the man was calling me names, yeah, it did affect me. Um, because why? But because I got scared. That's really what it was, and I was really afraid of getting beaten up or hurt. Um, that was what he intended, and it touched something. Okay. Um, so my point is that if people are calling you names or something like that, it won't. it won't bother you unless the name they're calling is something that perhaps you call yourself. And if that's true, just stop. Try to appreciate yourself and not call yourself names. Everybody makes mistakes. And when you make a mistake, next time, instead of saying, "Oh, you idiot," say, "Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. That was a mistake and it's not a big deal." You got to keep telling yourself, because you're interrupting that train of thought that's calling you an idiot or imbecile or something. And it's that train of thought is really negative. You don't owe anybody, I don't think, anything really. When people excuse me, try to tell you you need to go to college, maybe not absolutely necessary. You may want to do something else. Um, it's your choice. It's your choice what you do. There is no set thing called success. I've always felt successful with my artwork, but I didn't have big shows, and I showed here and there and lots of places and did sell a good amount of work, but doesn't compare with some of the people I know who are constantly exhibiting and constantly selling. It's not what I do, it's not what I want to do. And it's important for you to define your success for yourself. Nobody can tell you what you do is successful or not. You really do set that for yourself. And if you want to be a janitor and not an electrical engineer, it's really okay. You're allowed. I mean, you can always go back to school, or not. It's okay to not be ambitious. You don't have to be. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. You're only a failure if you say you're a failure. Other people don't define you. Um, I have little messages. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. How is your day going? Um, eh, I'm a little bit tired. Truth, truth, truth. How old are you? I'm 77. You really want to know? Well, I don't look 77. Olivia? I'm not Olivia. I have a sort of granddaughter who's Olivia. Um, Olivia must be 16, and I'm 77, which is pretty old. I'm getting up there. I will be 78 December 1st. Um, and like I said, I'm sleepy, but I did walk. Just remember that you are the queen or the king of yourself. You are the high power in yourself. No one is like you. There has never been anyone like you. You are the epitome of you. You have had a number of lives here. I don't know anyone for whom this is his or her first life. So you've had other lives which you may or may not be familiar with. You may not, and that's okay. If you meditate and you pay attention, you'll see you have had other lives and you'll be able to see them. And they do, what happens is they do come through. It's sort of that you pay attention and you notice. I may have said this already. I found that I was listening to this one piece of music by Smetna, who wrote this magical piece, this gorgeous piece for, it's not Monrovia, it's, oh my God, Barovia. Um, it's part of the um, the Romanian, not Romanian, the Czech Republic, and I found that, thought that's odd that I love this piece so much, and you can do that when you especially like another country. It means that there's a good chance you live there. Um, I find that France evokes that kind of thing. You know, it's funny. People in France feel like they're really lucky to live in France, and it just. I think we all feel that way when we've lived in France. Pretty odd. Um, this looks really horrible, but mm, um, you'll see though that it all has meaning. If you know, songs will come into your head. They do have. We have guides, and that's their way of telling you things. Lots of ways that they tell you things. Things happen that are arranged by them. Oh my God, too much yawning. Okay, I think that's enough for today anyway. Um, honor yourself. That's all you really have to do. Just honor yourself and don't get, while you're young, be careful of getting too involved in things. Probably, yeah, it's not always a good idea. Um, okay, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for being here, for watching. I need to take a nap. Want to stop streaming? Yes, I do.